it's a great step in the right direction for our football club, because no matter the amount of great players we're able to sign, also it's very important we keep our important players for the charge of next season. The future of certain players has been up in the air for a while now. A lot of discussions has been going on behind the scene, of course, about their future. It was noted recently by Arteta after our last game of the season against Southampton that there will be internal talks by himself and of course some other important people like the co-owner, sporting director and the likes, just to know what they want to put in place as plans for next season, including the players that will be coming in and going out. Of course, will be surely be itemized in that meeting. Now, what we have heard so far, we want to give you guys the latest information we are hearing from that meeting that they had. Now, a reliable source is telling us that Alexander Zinchenko is one man who has now been listed on the transfer market by Arsenal. The meaning is that Arsenal are ready now to listen to offers for the departure of the Ukrainian, and as we speak, Arsenal were even pushing for a bid probably during winter transfer window, but it didn't come true. There were reports of Dortmund being interested and some other clubs in Italy, but none of these clubs came forward with an offer, and that is why Zinchenko is still wearing this shirt to today. Now it's an opportunity, and now Zinchenko has now been listed as one of those players that the club will listen to offers for if a reasonable offer comes in. Now, apart from him, some other players too are being itemized already. There has been confirmation about Jorginho leaving the club already. He has said his goodbye to his teammate, and of course is set to leave the club for Flamengo. Now, one man also future has been up in the air, but we have good news for you about him. Who is that person? Thomas Partey. This is one player that Arsenal cannot just afford to lose. No matter the important signing we're able to get into our midfield, you still need the experience, quality and class of a midfielder like Thomas Partey. I keep repeating it that Arsenal, in fact, in world football right now, there are only few players that can play at his level. Not to talk about playing the way he does or what he offers to any team he plays for. So that is one reason why Arsenal have now prioritized his contract negotiations ahead of even others currently, because there have also been talks of Charles that also negotiating with the club. Now that is reportedly advanced, but at the same time, Arsenal, we are told by sources that Arsenal are prioritizing Thomas Partey contract so that everything can be agreed before the club start traveling on their pre-season tour. So, like I said earlier, Zinchenko is only the man right now we're hearing that Arsenal have not put up for sale if any reasonable offer comes in. Now, before we move on quickly, what is the update in terms of progress about the Thomas Partey contract? Now, we have been told that Thomas Partey contract now is edging closer. Now, the club are keen to give him a short-term deal, maybe a 1 + 1 year contract to seal his extension, so that he can stay at the club for at least 1 or 2 more seasons. That is the information we are getting, and then there will be variables in this kind of contract they want to give to him. So there will be some slight changes in his wage structure and the likes, but well, the most important thing is that he will be staying at the club for the foreseeable future. Now, moving on about incomings, who are the players that have been linked with our football club? Quickly, we are told that Arsenal have now made contact with the reps of AC Milan star winger Rafael Leao. Yes, the Portuguese man is a man in demand in this market, because lots of other clubs, not only Arsenal, are already interested in the player. Why not? At his level, there are only few players that can play like him, so it's fair enough that Arsenal only get interested. And now the report is that Andre Berta has made contact with his camp to discuss or register interest of Arsenal Football Club. I feel this is a good step in the right direction, because of course right now we're not saying Arsenal can win the race for him or Arsenal have won the race for him, but it will surely be a dream signing for Arsenal if we're able to pull it off of getting Rafael Leao to the Emirates. You know, there are uncertainties right now about the possibilities of Rodrigo joining Arsenal from Real Madrid, so Rafael Leao would be the right alternative for me alongside the likes of someone like Lookman, and yes, still Nico Williams, yes, is also an option. Arteta reportedly even likes Nico Williams, so let's see how this one goes in terms of our attacking signings. Now, before we go, finally, let's touch on the striker signing. What is the update to have about Viktor Gyokores and Sesko, which has turned out now to be a saga throughout this upcoming transfer window? Now, Sesko, he has given an interview recently and is stating that, well, he's prepared to stay or leave RB Leipzig next season, that either ways is fine. If he's not getting an opportunity to develop anywhere he goes, then he will stay. Then, but if it's to be club that where he can develop, then he will leave RB Leipzig. That is what Benjamin Sesko is saying recently in an interview with Sports TV. Now, also Viktor Gyokores, what is going on about him? Now, yes, the season is officially over. He gave away an interview also recently, and he said he doesn't want to talk about any club. When they asked him about Arsenal links in particular, he said, I don't want to mention any club because right now I want to focus on these last games, but now they are done and dusted. Of course, now it's time for his agent to start bringing the offers on the table to him. Now, there have been reports about Arsenal already offering his agent 5-year contract or proposing a 5-year contract for the player. Now, we understand that that report is not true because right now Arsenal are still conducting internal discussions to ascertain who they will finally move for, Benjamin Sesko or Viktor Gyokores. So that is where the sticking point is at the moment. No decision made yet, but reports are coming in that it's possible that Arsenal lean towards Benjamin Sesko for Arteta, because Arteta, of course, really favors Benjamin Sesko. But at the same time, we are being told also by a source that Arsenal see Viktor Gyokores as somebody that can guarantee them a lot right now in comparison to bidding with Benjamin Sesko. So we'll see what they do there. Nothing is guaranteed so far, nothing is agreed so far in totality, but we'll see what they are going to do in terms of their striker search. Of course, Gyokores and Benjamin Sesko is still currently under Arsenal radar, and of course there's still possibility of things that can be done before the end of the window. Let's see how that one goes, and we'll see you guys in our next video. Until then, we is out.